detects, because I'm going to turn the other monitor off because it's right near the camera. And I think there is a little bit of a light leak in the back. So, okay, Jack, good. All right, so here we go. We're going to take some darks. So we'll go down into the dark. And I'm going to close this. Now I'm going to leave everything set to where we had it. Contrast is at -15. Everything else is at default. And the white point is at 200. So hopefully that will be good for the night. Let me close up that so you can see everything. And we will go into trigger mode, and we're going to use 45 seconds. And we're underway. Let me just close up that. You need more room on your monitor for all this. It's a lot of fun. All right, so we're going to take 3. Let's hit capture. Now, I haven't used this yet. So, okay, cover lens, push the capture button to capture the field. And okay, so let's see what happens. I can't see the chat yet until I'm just waiting to see if the first one pops up in 10 seconds. And then I'm going to also take darks, Jack, for at default, and I'll explain that later. There we go. That's a nice dark, and that has captured 1 of 3. Alrighty. So I'm just going to shrink this down. Let me just shrink this down. Oh, what are you saying here, Jack? Ready to start next one. Starting video, start loop, and then start. You should see countdown. Yep. Okay, thanks, Jack. I'm going to take this one down. I'm going to open up my, I'm going to create a new folder here. Where is this? And I'm going to label this one DS2.3 PLUS darks. Oh, it's hard to see in the dark here. Darks. All right. So I have that one. We have that. We're at 2 now. So we're on our last one. What I'm going to do, Jack, after is I'm going to set everything to default. Meaning I'm going to set this to 255 and the contrast to 0 and capture some more darks after this. And I'll explain later on why I did that, because I'm going to use that to feed through AstroToaster. I'm going to use this dark here to use on the single image through the MallinCam SkyRaider and see what we can come up with. I don't want to play with the settings in SkyRaider once I'm using AstroToaster. I'm going to use the AstroToaster settings for that. So that's why I want other darks. Okay, so now we're finished here. Now export, and I'm going to find my folder here. Now you don't have to do this during your session. You can just do it before you start. I'm just doing this to show you. Okay, so I'm going to use this as a 3 by 45 second master dark, and I'm going to put this as adjusted. That way I know that's the adjusted one. So we're going to hit save, and we're going to set it as a bitmap. Save. Now I'm going to go back here and put this at default, and I'm going to go here. Firefox with the NSN show broadcast over to the other monitor. I was covering up MallinCam Sky and I crashed and I couldn't switch them back and forth, so I'm back. I already got my darks and I'll explain what I did. So my apologies, sorry about that. Okay. I might put in, yeah, I better put in a dew heater. Yeah, I'm gonna, let's check the dew. There's a lot of moisture in the air. There we go. Okay, so you can see that okay? Great. And yeah, there's a lot of, let's check. All right, it crashed again. I think, guys, I'm going to have to leave it on standard resolution. Michael crashed twice in a row really quick, so I think I'm going to have to leave it on standard definition, standard resolution, I mean. Okay, let me set it to standard for now. And I'll leave it on dynamic. Okay. Well, there's our clear sky chart. So what time is this at? That's at 1900 hours. 20, 21. Yeah, we're around this time right now. 21, 22. So we're right in this area. So it's not too bad, Connie. We got some decent skies, but you can see right here, there's some thin cirrus cloud going across, and I think we got a little bit of that coming in. So we got moisture in the air. So let me check the temperature here. Yeah, 37 feels like 34. Humidity, look at the humidity, 93%. That's very high. 93% humidity, so it's really, I gotta get the dew heater on because the secondary is gonna get a little bit of dew on it. This is the weather network, Connie. I'll show you here, right there. Weather network, Toronto Islands. You're welcome. This is a good one. Yep. All right, so now let me explain what I was doing before I crashed, and I was explaining and I lost you guys what I did here. Okay, so let's open up the darks. I took two darks. One I took, open it with photo gallery. One I took adjusted, and the other one is at default. And you'll see why. Actually right there. Now you can see, you know what? Uh-oh, hang on a sec. Simon, do you remember I reversed it and hit horizontal and vertical? I think once you take your darks, they're in the default direction, because the brightness was on this side before, was on the right. So this is the proper orientation. Yeah. So Jack, I think I'm going to have to leave them. You can't. So if you flip and do all your horizontal and vertical changes, you can't apply the darks, Jack? Or how does that work? Okay, well we'll find out. But anyways, do you see this one here? Let me just make it. This one is the adjusted one. This is the one where the white point was raised, lowered. I keep saying raised. It's lowered, not raised. Lowered from 255 to 200. You're lowering it because the number's going down. So can you see the amp glow here? And here and here. There is amp glow, okay? Well, that's why I adjusted this one at 200. I lowered it to 200, and the contrast is at -15. Now, if you look at the one I did set to default, where the white point is not lowered, it's still at 255 at default. Can you see there's not as much amp glow? Well, what happens if I use this dark field on an image that I'm really pushing the white point? It's not going to work as good. So that's why we want to set our white point to where we think we're going to use it most of the night, and I put it at 200. It's always better to be a little bit higher than too low. Okay, so we got the two darks. Now this one I'm going to use for the SkyRaider software because I'm going to be using the SkyRaider software to manipulate the image. Now when I use AstroToaster, I'm going to see what works better. Saving the images already manipulated, adjusted in SkyRaider, and then just stack it and then use Sharp in AstroToaster, or capture all the lights as default, including the dark, and manipulating them in AstroToaster with the tools of AstroToaster. So we're going to play with both of these and see what works out best. Okay. So right now, let's go to a Galaxy. I think I'm going to see if I can go to the black eye or something. Yeah.